Another intro.
So, habanero, no, not mango, habanero lime chips.
Your tongue red.
No, because we're coming in hot. Coming in hot.
Hello guys, welcome back to today's video. So if you've not met Pam, well, go check out the last video because we talk about how we met and everything. But we'll be diving in into today's video straight, quick, fast, and giving you all those tips and tricks and how to identify red flags. I mean, even when the relationship is good or a relationship is going on bad or it's going on so good that you can't even recognize that, hey girl, you gotta stop, this is a red flag. We're gonna drop all of them bombs right now.
Let's roll it.
Okay, so the first red flag I'm gonna say is he superficial? Like if he is superficial, then we have to rule that out. Again, in the last video, go check it out, we talked about faith. Like a man of God or a godly guy should reflect his fear in God. He should not just say it, not by action. Oh, I go to church on Sundays. Like, see that love of Christ. Is he studying his Bible, or does he only do those things when he's around you? What is he doing when he's away? On your first date, you can start by asking questions like, hey, tell me about your relationship with the Lord, tell me about your walk with the Lord. And if he starts to like beat around the bush and he's not really telling you how he came to know Christ, then he's not a believer. I mean, there's a difference between a churchgoer and someone who actually believes in Christ and walks like it. So we already know that. I'm not gonna beat the horse. Pam is gonna tell us on the next red flag.
The second red flag is that the guy is unstable and does not really know what he wants. So what I mean by that is that you will be confused. Does he like you? Does he want to be with you? Are you guys dating? Are you guys just friends? Are you getting mixed signals? Right. Is he sending
friendship?
mixed?
Yeah,
like what's happening? And
I've been there.
Honestly, here's the thing. Girls, ladies, you can ask. You have that's in your control. If you're confused, ask.
You have the words.
So I don't feel bad for anyone that is confused right now or wondering. You know, I mentioned this in the other video about don't ask your friends. Ask the source. Like, ask the source. Ask the guy, is this a date? Where do you see us in a month, 2 months from now? What's your intention?
Leadership.
Are you dating to get married? Are you dating just to date? What's your timeline?
Which he should be dating to get married, by the way, because that's another red flag. And it's
it's like,
just
oh,
dating for fun.
Just dating. But then also we can make a whole nother video about all of this. Is like, what does that mean? Dating to get married? Like,
how does it look? How should it look like?
So, but anyways, it's just that. The other aspect of that is, ladies, if you do ask and you're still confused because he's not giving you a clear answer, back out. Yeah, red flag right there. If he can't answer your questions and give you a clear answer,
I hope you're counting at the number of red flags we're throwing out.
It's just it's.
And like me, like, you know about this person that I was always like, oh, he's a very good friend. Oh, he invited me over to here. We go out to this place. But I'm still like wondering if he's interested. And you're seeing all of these signs. Like, I'm not saying that he's not taking you out to good places or you guys are not talking about things that only people in relationships should be talking about. Like, well, he treats me as his best friend. Well, the only best friend that you should be having is the person you're dating or the person you're married to.
And honestly, that's another thing that that could be a sub point. I forgot what it is. We talked about so many different flags at this point that I don't even know what I was gonna say.
A few moments later.
Oh yes. Okay. So this is the sub point, yellow flag. If you're being stressed about what the relationship is, just don't even bother, because there's gonna be so many other things that are more important. That if you're already being stressed and there's conflict within figuring out what this
Yeah.
is even is,
Yeah.
it's not worth it at that point.
No, it's not. And you want to like someone who likes you.
Right. And you will know. Like, ladies, I know that you already know this. We've all had guy friends who have liked us.
That we've rejected.
Yes, we have friend zoned. And you know they like you.
That's how it should look like.
Right, exactly. So don't try to live in denial and be
Yeah.
like, oh, but you know, he does this for me and
Yeah.
he does that, so I
Yeah.
think he likes me. No, you will
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And my battery's dying.
Yeah. And then what's even worse is if the guy, if you're trying to wait for this guy, if you and you're holding another better guy off, like you're holding that off just because you're waiting for this one to like you back. No. Okay, the third thing you should be watching out for as a red flag is people who know him well warn you about him. Like, no matter how long you've dated him, you're like, oh, I know him so well, or you're like, haters gonna hate. No, don't ignore those things. Like a girlfriend or boyfriend, whoever you are on the other side, don't
Brother,
ignore yeah, brother, sister, cousin, auntie, uncle, grandpa.
This is why we keep the battery keeps dying.
Oh my goodness. Well, don't ignore those things, because what they see is sometimes you don't see it because all you are is butterfly.
Yeah, you have
Butterfly,
love glasses on.
Yeah, that's
the
what
blinders.
the literal meaning of love is blind is just because you're just going forward and you're like, no, I think I can compromise on these things. There's certain things you can compromise on, like small things like, oh, he leaves his shoes here, I don't like it being here. Like, you can get to compromise with those. Like, you can just do a little fixes here and there, but in terms of changing him, the way he acts towards you and towards the people around him, you can't change him for that. Like, girl, you can't. Only the Holy Spirit can work on him in that part of his life, and you do not have to be there while God is doing that. Step back, pray for him. But yeah,
nobody's perfect. We're all gonna have things that we're working through, but there's a set standard that you need to have when it comes to, are you ready to date? Is he ready to date?
Yeah. So the fourth thing you should be watching out for is lack of communication. Like, this one it's a very huge, it's a big deal. People don't think it's that much of a big deal. No, guys need their space, like respect. But I mean, I'll text you on Monday and respond on Wednesday, like, and you respond like you didn't even see my text at all on Monday, and all those excuses should be enough. Again, like Pam said already, like, you should be interested in someone who is interested in you, like someone who likes you.
And you will know when they like you.
Yeah, and you will know when they like you.
They will communicate. And also on the whole communication thing, ladies, like, we do this terrible thing where we expect things out of guys without telling them what we expect. And I'm sure you've seen this in other videos too. And it's easy to say, but it's harder to implement. But honestly, like, we cannot expect men to read our minds because everybody's grown up differently. Everybody has parents, role models that they've grown up with, seeing their communication, and that's just how they communicate.
Yeah.
And that's just what they don't have the same expectations as you do. So, but you have to communicate that.
Yeah.
And after you communicate and let them know, then if they are following through and they are actually doing what they said that they were gonna do, then that's a win.
Then that's
awesome.
A win. Yeah.
But if they're just totally disregarding what you're saying and not implementing the things that you've communicated are your expectations, then that's the red flag. That's part of it. But you can't say, oh, well,
you're respecting you.
It's like you expect a guy to hold the door open for you or open the car door and they don't do it and you get mad or you get upset. Well, it's like, that guy probably hasn't been raised like that, and that's just not who he is. So you can't. And then if you do tell him, hey, can you please, you know, open the door for me, I really like that, and then if he sees that that's important to you, he can try and do
Because he's
that.
trying to serve you.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
If that's how you feel served,
Yeah.
then okay. But
if he like, okay, well, disregard
right.
what he just said, then that's someone who is not going to respect you. I mean, if he can, that's a simple command. How much more of when you walk into serious things that you really want help with, laundry and everything that's going to come up with home building and
Kids.
yeah. Oh,
And if they can't do something simple, because that's
yeah.
what you really, you know, you feel loved by them doing that,
Yeah.
then
Well, you put
Ooh.
yourself there. So the was it the fifth?
5th or 6th, I don't know, we've mentioned a lot.
Yeah.
Let's just, we can
it's-
insert the count on there.
Yeah, it's emotional baggage.
Yeah, I think that, yeah, that could definitely go both ways. So, one, he could be acting in certain ways that you can tell something is bothering him, or he's not over the past
Yeah.
of what he's, you know, he hasn't properly healed from
Yeah.
that. So you can tell that. Then
Yeah.
you can also tell if the person has completely healed and they have
Yeah.
gone through what they went through,
Yeah.
and they are open with, you know, telling you about that.
They're open to therapy.
Right.
too.
Yeah, that's a good sign if they are open to talking to you about it,
Yeah.
and they're not telling you every single detail. Like if they go into every single detail and you can
It's okay.
see their emotion kind of change and they
Yeah.
get angry, you can tell that they're not
They have
really
not gone
over
through
it.
it, yeah.
They're not done. They haven't
Yeah,
healed.
and don't compromise. Like that's one of those things you should not compromise. Don't be like, I think time. It's gonna take time.
Yeah, or like
time will
he'll
heal him.
change,
Yeah,
like when he gets to know me and when we get in a relationship and whatnot.
Nuh-uh.
But if they're not saying anything, then that's also a sign of like this guy's kind of like either has a fear of intimacy, commitment, right? How we talked about it before. So there could be a plethora of things. Use your discernment.
Yeah.
And if you're open and sharing things and they're not on the same page, then, and that's what you're looking for, you want somebody that's open, because some people do take a little bit more time to open up and share these things. Again, use your discernment about it, and also share that with them and say, I would really appreciate, you know, if, you know, I've shared some of these things, do you feel comfortable telling me a little bit about, you know, your past, or things like that. I mean, there's different questions you can ask that would target those things. So.
And I think I forgot to add this to the knowing his friends or knowing his church, like those people who warn you about him. If he doesn't have a church or he's worshiping in a different church, I mean, he should introduce you to the people of his church, or you should introduce him to, like, have a common buddy, someone that you two can have mutual friendship with, that you can go to. Like, you have to create that. And if he's shying away from that, then that's a red flag. If he doesn't want to be accountable to his pastor or to someone that you're trying to introduce him to, then he's shying away. Maybe someone knows him from somewhere, or some girl has him on a dating app. Yeah. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. If there's something that you want to add to it, or if there's something that we did not say, please add it down below. We would love to hear from you, love to see your comments, and I always read every comment, so feel free to like this video, share it, and subscribe. Thank you so much for being here. See you in the next video. And remember that you are so loved and yours. Okay, sit down, let's see. It keeps changing. See, it changes. I prefer manual. The manual, right? Alright.
I think AF, what does that mean?
Okay.
Are we good now?
What point are you going to see?
Welcome to my channel. Remember to click the subscribe button, like this video, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and want
alright. And
scene.
record. Alright. I'm so what was I gonna say again? I said I was gonna say something. Oh yeah. Okay. Replay.
Oh, if they don't say date, then you're not dating.
Yeah.
Honey, you're just hanging out. Be part of the other video about the girl,
What, dropping the Bible? No.
been kind of guilty in this. Like, I veer away from.
Your tongue red.
No, because I have the mango coming in hot. I don't even know the rest of this.
Drop all of them bombs right now.
Hopefully my camera does not die.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was pointing at earlier.
All right. So the first thing,
Okay. The next red flag was
do it again in this red, so it'll be easy for me.
Okay. So the next red flag is he is unstable.
You get ready
and action. All right. 5 hours later. All right.
Is it
The second. All right.
Let's do this.
Probably like a yellow flag.
Yeah, a yellow flag.
Yellow flag leading up until the red flag. Hopefully you don't get that in. Accidentally forget to edit that out.
So, ooh, very white.
Alright. I'm as if I can just wave it away. Okay.
So the third red flag you should watch out for is. I forgot. No, the third thing you should be watching out for is. Wow.
They're just disregarding that. But then if they're just disregarding they're disregarding like that what you're talking about and just laughing it off.
Okay, yeah.
You can laugh, I'll talk. But then if they're just it's not even funny.
Oh, what are we laughing? That's why this thing would die.
Yeah. Coming in hot. My cheeks hurt.
And remember that you are so loved and yours.